Hey now, Matt LaBarber Music here, and today we're talking about We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and not any old We Wish You a Merry Christmas, the Booker T and the MG's version of that song from their amazing holiday record. One of my favorite holiday records for sure. So I'm going to walk you through all these amazing Donald Duck done bass lines, and before I do, if you haven't already, I'd like you to in 3, 2, 1. If you haven't, I'm going to walk you through all the parts, but before I do, I'd like to encourage you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to my channel. If you already have, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And just leave me some positive feedback in the comments. Like the video, share it with your friends. Also, check out mattlabarbermusic.com. I got all kinds of cool stuff coming up there. Technique videos, guitar stuff, anything. So let's zoom in and I will show you how to play all of the parts for this amazing song. Okay, so first I'm picking because I have my trusty LaBarber the album pick here. And I'm picking because I feel like that's what it sounds like to me on the record. I know Duck sometimes plays with his fingers and sometimes plays with a pick. This kind of sounds like a picker to me. I could be wrong, but that's what I did because that's what I heard. So first there's like this intro riff, right? And there's a couple of variations. He comes back to it all the time. It's this 3rd fret on your A string, which if you're keeping score, that's the note C. So 3rd fret on the A string, and then he plays this little hammer on between 3 and 5 on the D string. So, right, kind of like a Dock of the Bay thing, right? But that's, up higher, but same kind of riff. So we're going to play 3, and then he usually ends with this, like a couple of variations of a fill. So I'm going to show you all variations and then I'll kind of just play through it. So one of them is going from 1 twice on the A string to 2 to 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'll play that riff again with that fill. And I'll do it slower. Okay, and then sometimes he'll do that same beginning riff, but he'll go to the 3rd fret on the E string, which is G, and then walk his way up. So 3, 1, 2, 3. So instead of do, 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 it goes do, 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 do. Okay, I'll do that without talking. Okay, so I'm going to do fill 1 and then, fill 1 and then fill 2. And now I'll do it slow. Okay, now I can't tell you I do this, this time and that time, because I know he's kind of improvising, so am I. That is one of the fills, or 2 of the fills, sorry. Those are 2 of the fills. And then there's another one where he'll do, he goes 3 on the E, and then 5, 4, 3 on the A. So, okay, and that is the 3rd variation. Okay, now later in the song, and I'm skipping ahead just so you know this is the same thing. Later in the song, they change keys. They go up a half step but when I do, it's really the same riff, okay? Instead of starting on the 3, they start on the 4. So it's the same riff, but higher, 1 fret higher. So 4, and then this is 4 and 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, same riff, okay? And you can do the other ones, right? But then it's, 4, 2, 3, 4 instead of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, we'll get to that, again later, but I just wanted to show you that's the same, it's the intro riff, and then also they kind of do it in between verses or in between, melodies. Like it'll always come back around and hang on that C until it's like dun 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 dun. Okay? So I'll talk to you about what's going on there. So the song, okay, really, we're playing 3 on the E, which is the note C if you're keeping score. So what he's doing sometimes, most of the time it's just kind of playing that note 3 times or twice, right? And then going to the 1st fret on the E string, which is F. Right? Or do, 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 do. And then sometimes he'll play like a little note in between, like this 3, and then go to the 1. But it's really like 3rd fret, 1st fret, C, F. And again, if you're not sure about the names of the notes, I will link you to a video I have about that. That'll be very helpful for you. Definitely benefits you to know that, but you don't need it. I'll explain it in frets, right? So we got, now it's kind of the same moves, the same distance. You know how we went from 3 to 1? Now we're going to go up to 5 to 3, which is D to G. So the same moves. We got D, G. So you can go. Okay, and then wish you, that goes to the 7th fret on your A string, which is the note E if you're keeping score. And then they do this cool thing where instead of going to this lower A, like the pattern would continue going 7 to 5, but instead of doing that, there's a little bit of a pause. They go to the 12th fret on your A string, which is the same note as this, but an octave higher. Right? So we go. And then kind of slide down a little bit to the 8th fret on your A string, which is the note F. So we got 3, 1, F, 5, 3, 7, and this slide from 12 to 8, okay? I'm going to say it in note names now as I play it slower. So C, F, D, G, E, and then we're going A to F, and a Happy New Year, okay? So now I'll do it without talking. Okay, and then I'll go back to the okay. So you see, when I did that, I included a couple of notes to kind of bridge, just something that's in between. Okay, very cool, fun little thing to do. Now later in the song, okay, after they played through the melody a couple of times, and again, while you're waiting for the melody, you're just doing, and it's usually like that riff plus 2 fills, you know. Then later in the song, okay, after they played the melody a few times, it's the exact same distance between the notes, but again, like I said, it starts a half step higher. So we're really in C sharp or D flat. Do, 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 do. So now we're going from the 4th fret into the 2nd fret, 6th fret into the 4th fret. Okay. Okay, and then the same thing. This would be 8 instead of 7, and then that little slide thing would start on 13 and end on 9. So, and a happy new year. So all together. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, now that is the majority of the tune. After they play that little, you know, the melody in this new key, there's a long time where you're just kind of hanging on this one chord, this C sharp. And that's kind of your opportunity to improvise a little bit, right? So I did basically all of those fills. Right? Anything in this little area, kind of 4, 2, 4, 4, 6, you know, anything in that little area, right? So there's, I didn't even count the number of measures. I just wait to hear the melody come back around. But I was playing. Just little spaces to improvise. So like I said, anything in that neighborhood, right? The odd numbers, or I mean the even numbers, 4s, 2s, 6s, and then those little notes in between. Okay, now that is, I know it's purposefully vague, okay, because that's your chance to shine. Just use those notes in different combinations. The reason I don't explain it thoroughly to you there is because I don't even know what I did, because I was making a lot of stuff up. But I was using those things because I could tell that's what he was doing, right? So then, the very end of the song, if you got that far, they kind of do a little Auld Lang Syne, you know, thing in there. So the melody changes. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. So that is really, you're playing this 4th fret and then going to the 4th fret on the E string. So, and then back to 4 on the A. Dun, da, da, da. Then you go to 2 on the E. So 4 on A, then 4 on E, back to 4, and then to 2. Okay, so I'll do that without my bad singing. Okay, then it ends with another 4, 4 on E, and then they do 6, 2, 4. Okay, so do 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 and then that's pretty much the end of the song. Thanks again so much for watching, everybody. You have fun playing along to this one. I hope I did a great job of describing all the pieces to you. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Leave me some positive feedback in the comments, like it, share it with your friends. All that stuff really helps me to pop up in the mighty algorithm. So, and check out MattLaBarbermusic.com. I got some cool stuff coming up there. And also, I think it's down. I probably have another video popping down right now. Check that out too. If you liked this, you might like that. Thanks again so much for watching, everybody. Happy Bassin, and I will see you in the future.